Yo, welcome to the Women's Basketball Lounge. Grab a drink, grab a cigar, grab whatever it is you went to, and let's go. We're back. Episode 2. Pow, 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 pow. Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Are you feeling lonely without the WNBA?
You know, I recognize that it's gone and it's not there and I miss it, but there is so much within the Olympics and so much drama going on with the W and NCAA and just, the game of basketball where I'm just having to keep up with everything. So it's filling my cup,
Okay.
a little bit. So there is a little replacement, but I am, I do crave a little gang.
How you spending
WNBA.
your vacation? How you spending your vacation?
Well, I just came back from, forgive me for this, but Oklahoma to some broken bow cabins is what they were called. So just unwinding, just getting away from the world, and which is probably what the players are doing, So what about you?
I have been spending my vacation doing some mental housekeeping, if that makes sense. Just really doing some cleanup in my mind and getting refocused on the next few months and how I want to finish the year. I've been setting some goals and that's the best I can call it is like some mental housekeeping. So I guess I haven't been lonely either. But I definitely miss it because the W plays so many games. I definitely miss it for sure. But how do you think the players are spending their vacation?
Oh, man. First of all, Angel Reese in Paris.
Right.
Caitlin Clark on the water.
Yeah.
But, I do see the people that have something to prove are still working out, like Ariel Powers from Atlanta. Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
She been working out every day on her snap.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching who's been working out and who been on vacay. And that's not to say one way is right and one way is wrong.
For sure.
But it just tells you, who needed a break. Like Caitlin Clark been playing for what? I would say 18 months straight.
Yeah.
18 months straight. So she deserved it. I wouldn't expect her to be in the gym, but it's nice to see who's out there having that vacay and who's out there actually putting in that work.
Like who's trying to level up. But I guess to your point, I was going to bring that up. I think there are two schools of thought, and one of them is definitely that sometimes the downtime can be even better for you, especially physically. I don't know if that's just me at my old age, but with the amount of working out, not old age, but older age, with the amount of working out that I do, my body does not recover the way it used to. So I can only imagine how this is for them. And probably just having the time to let your body rest, they're probably going to be able to come back that much harder for sure. Just with the rest, sometimes the rest can be equally as valuable as skill development, because that's really what that is.
Correct. And like I said, y'all know my prediction. I'm going to remind y'all. Dallas Wings gonna come back with a comeback after the Olympics. They gearing up. They doing some team bonding, some community service, some building, they full team is together right now. So the Wings, it can't get worse.
It
As
literally
Nick says,
cannot
it
get
can't
worse.
get worse.
Oh no, that's not their tagline. No, it's not. Dallas Wings. It literally cannot get worse. Nah, I think that even besides that, like I do think that the time off will be. I'm excited to see how they come back because are they getting players back right after this?
Yes. I mean, as we go into talking about USA team, Team USA in the Olympics, Satu just scored 33 points today,
Yeah,
and they play Team USA on Sunday. So y'all make sure y'all watching Germany versus Team USA. She scored again. I don't know if y'all heard me. 33 points. The girl has not played a single game in the W. She been recovering. She been, doing her one-on-one training and is coming out with a banger. So Satu's coming back for the Wings. Natasha Howard came back. Maddie's supposed to be coming back. So, I mean, their big three, Jaylen Brown supposed to be coming back. So, Dallas going to have their full team when they come back. So, watch out.
yeah. I think it's gonna be trouble for sure. Have you been watching the games with Team USA? Like, did you watch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When they played Japan, it looked like they was playing the Smurfs.
I'm like,
Poor Japan. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Poor Japan.
yeah, no, it was a more interesting game today against Belgium. Yeah, but
Oh my God.
we are just really a really good team. Like the USA has elite athletes as it relates to the WNBA and I mean other things too, but we talking about the W right now. So
Right.
we just have like elite athletes.
Right. But can we stay on this Belgium
Okay.
real quick? Like, you said it was interesting. It had me scared. I was scared. I was at a bar with my friends watching it. I was scared.
Did you think we would
like
lose?
They were within 6, 4 or 6. What are you talking about? Third quarter they were within 6.
They never
and
had
4.
the lead.
But they were within. Like with Team USA, the expectation is, correct me if I'm wrong, the expectation is we beating people by 15 plus, 10 plus. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big expectation on them. I get it, right? But the star power and, like, we are the elite, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's how we carry ourselves. We carry ourselves with ego and this and the other. So if a team is within 10, I'm like, oh my God, they're within. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm sure other fans felt that way too. You know what I'm saying? Like they never had a lead. But if you're competing with Team USA, that means you're a good team. And Belgium competed with Team USA. So, kudos to Belgium for not having not one single WNBA player on their team and competing with Team USA. But I'm glad Team USA got that dog, Asia Wilson, that dog, Breanna Stewart, Asia, Shaniqua, Shantae Wilson, Breanna Stewart, those two really contributed and helped. Oh, and Collier. Shout out to Collier. She hit some big shots in the end.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd had a big shot.
Jewel Lloyd hit some big shots. But it was a team effort, a team win. Like you said, they just some dogs. You know what I mean? They some dogs, and Belgium didn't have enough, but they got physical with them. I know right now, Team USA need to be in some cryotherapy, some rehab. They need to be, because Belgium was tough.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't
rough.
an easy win. I only get nervous when a team takes the lead. Like, so I'm like,
Okay.
they never had the lead during the game. Like it's fine. But they got they did get super close. Belgium was a better team than I knew they were. I haven't watched
correct.
Any international ball. I won't say any international ball. I definitely haven't watched any Belgium ball. But
At all.
yeah, so they might be building something over there in Belgium.
But let's talk about the fans and how everybody is against Team USA. I said it. I said it. I said it. It's like Team USA versus the world.
Yeah.
When Belgium scored, that like when they called a foul for Asia Wilson, they were booing the official like Team USA against everybody.
It
like
really
literally Japan.
is.
There was a Japan fan that had a sign. Well, it was giving haterism, right? Just hating on Team USA, where it was like, you can't beat us without Caitlin Clark. Really? But just
I'm like,
man.
but you know that's not. They know that's not true. You know that's not true. But yeah, it is very interesting to see how other countries like see us and see us as competitors, and it is always that vibe. Like, dang. How come
they don't like us?
Nobody from
they
the,
don't like us.
Nobody
they
from,
don't like us.
Nobody from the U.S. ever fucking goes to the Olympics, apparently. Like, because the only people screaming in the crowd are other countries.
Let's just have them. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like us. We win anyway.
Basically.
Hey, you know what they were saying after the win?
I thought that was so funny. And a throwback to Kobe, which was fucking amazing.
Oh,
yeah. So, but yeah, like, how do you think our team? I mean, they're winning right now. So, but do you think that there's anybody coming up that might present a problem for us, like games coming?
Well, this next game, Germany, Sunday, I'm not going to say problem, but I do believe Germany is going to compete. They have Satu Sabli, who was an all-star last year. I'm pretty sure she would have been an all-star this year. If she wasn't injured, but she hasn't played a game for Dallas Wings yet. Her sister plays for the New York Liberty. And so Germany plays good fundamental basketball. When I think of Germany, I think of Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
Who played for the Dallas Mavs, like good shooters, great fundamentals, knows the game, knows how to move off the ball. So it's not going to be an easy win for Team USA. I think it's going to be another competitive game, and a good game to watch. They play on Sunday, so everybody tune in, cheer on Team USA. I think it's going to be good because Satu kind of knows, the players in the W and how we work. So she's kind of going to have that inside scoop.
Yeah.
Because Team USA hasn't played a team yet where. On the girls' side, they haven't played a team yet where they've had to compete against another WNBA player. And so this is going to be the first game where they compete and play against another country where they have a WNBA player. So it's going to be good to watch. So I'm going to be tuned in.
All right. So the WNBA, Team USA, I guess I can't say Team USA, but regular basketball, our team is killing it, right? Let's talk about what's happening 3-on-3. They did get a win. They did get a W. They got a W.
Against who?
Who did they beat? Was it Spain?
No. They got their ass kicked. Spain.
No. They finally got one. I'm going to tell you who it is.
Got
they
one.
did.
She said, the shade. They finally got one.
That's how it's written in the article in USA Today.
Finally? The word finally?
Literally the word. I'm going to read the headline. USA women's 3-on-3 basketball team finally wins after losing first 3 Olympic games. I'm not being shady. USA Today is being shady.
I would like to know. I wish, we would know.
Yeah,
like,
they
I would
beat
like
Spain.
To know, but I would like to know how many do they need to lose? Like how do they get eliminated? Like, when is the next elimination game? Is it pool play? Right. Like, I think, don't quote me on this, people, but it is pool play, and then you go into bracket play.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get a certain number of points in that pool play, and that tells you how you go into bracket play. But when is bracket play, right? Like, but let's talk about this 3-on-3. Well, we got Haley Van Liff,
Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard, and what's the other two?
We've got De'Erica Hamby.
De'Erica Hamby. She replaced Cameron
She
Brink.
replaced Cameron Brink. And then the fourth one, I need to figure out who the fourth one is.
Yeah, she's, I mean, you know, shout out to her, but, you know, she's not as known.
Yeah. So.
You know, so.
Sorry to that woman.
Sorry. We apologize.
We apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. But
the struggle
I'll let you
is
go,
real.
I talked about it.
No. I was just
I'll
going to
let
say
you go.
the struggle is real. I want to know your thoughts. Because 3-on-3 is much different basketball. Like, I can remember, 3-on-3 tournaments back in the day in the hometown, Gus Macker and, all of that. It's different basketball, right?
It is.
So I think, like, do you think it's I personally, I think this is a chemistry thing. I think the more they play together, then we'll see them start to die. I think the skills are there, but the chemistry is not. And I wonder if that has anything to do with Cameron Brink getting hurt. Like, would Cameron Brink have made, not that she's better than De'Erica Hamby, like, not saying that at all, but just saying, like, was she a different type of glue that would have brought the team together?
Love you, but I disagree. I 100% disagree with you.
Okay.
I think 3-on-3, yes, you have to have a little chemistry, but with a 12-second shot clock, you need some dogs.
Yeah, it's fast paced.
You need some shooters.
It's quick.
You need some people that know how to create their own shot on their own. When I say on your own, you can't swing the ball around the perimeter and do a pick and roll to look for a flash, to look for a pass and drive. No, you got 12 seconds to put the ball in the hole. You need dogs like Enrique. You need dogs like Kelsey Mitchell. You need dogs like DeWanna Bonner. Right? You need people that can create their own shot.
But do those people want to play
dribble.
3-on-3 basketball for Team USA?
Probably not. But my point is, why we aren't successful, my opinion, why we have not been successful in the past as well, is because we don't have people on Team USA 3-on-3 basketball that can create their own shot.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Haley Van Liff, she's good with a team. She's good 5-on-5, and she's a role. Let's be honest. She's a role player. She's not a dog.
No, she is. Yeah.
No disrespect
None.
to Haley Van Liff.
None.
Haley, I love you. I loved you at Virginia. You know what I mean? You are that girl, in the point guard position. One of the top point guards in the NCAA. Hands down. But when it comes to 3-on-3 basketball, you not on Enrique's level, right? Tiffany Hayes, right? Like all these,
Tiffany Hayes would be perfect at 3-on-3.
Oh, she kicked they ass. Girl.
But does Tiffany, that's the thing. Like, I feel like none of those players want to play 3-on-3. And
right.
maybe I'm
Tiffany
wrong
Hayes
about
is
that.
Not an American.
I could be wrong about that, but
Tiffany Hayes plays for Canada.
Yeah, I did know
in
that.
3-on-3. Yeah, so she is kicking, but she knows how to create her own shot off the dribble. And so, just going back to my comment, I think you need this. I think the skill for Team USA 3-on-3 is not there for the dynamic of what it takes to be 3-on-3. That's not to say that the team is not talented, the team is not go-getters, and they don't have skill. But what it takes to be 3-on-3 and to score in 12 seconds on your own and have the endurance
Yeah.
to play 3-on-3 where it's constant.
That's what
go,
I
go,
remember
go.
about it. It's fucking
You know,
exhausting.
it's exhausting. You
Yeah.
need athleticism.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying, and then you need height. You need to be able to have diverse players where you can shoot the three and you have height and handle the ball. Like I was seeing Haley Van Lith get posted up.
Yeah.
She got posted up. Yeah, she was scoring points, but she was getting dogged in the paint because, you know what I mean, she's a shorter guard. So I think that, Team USA 3-on-3 could have selected a better selection of players for 3-on-3, which is why they are struggling. I don't think it necessarily has to do with team chemistry, in my perspective.
That's fair. That's absolutely a fair perspective. We gonna see. We gonna see if I'm looking forward to talking about it again because we'll see if they start to play better together or if ultimately it's just not there. I think, I see it from that perspective too. Like I would love it. There are definitely players that would be better at it.
Right.
So,
but they don't want to play 3-on-3. I don't think
it doesn't seem like they do. Let's say it like that. Like, because I don't know how they select people to play 3-on-3, but I would say even if they just dug deeper into the NCAA, like even if they just dug deeper into college ball, I think they could find Michaela Fulwiley. I think that's a person who could kill in 3-on-3. Malaysia. Sorry, my fault.
Don't forgive.
My fault. But yeah, I think she could kill in 3-on-3.
Malaysia, Juju, come on.
Yeah.
Deeper in the NCAA, I agree.
And it's not just on the women, but this is a women's basketball podcast. But the men are struggling too. So it just seems like the way that we are recruiting for 3-on-3 might not be the way to go.
Yeah, it's really weird. Just a side note, the men 3-on-3 basketball don't have one single NBA player. I don't know what it is about 3-on-3 basketball.
That's what I'm like.
That's not attracting our players. Hey, I'm competitive. We need to win every gold we can. When we see Team USA gold medals, we need to win every gold. Y'all need to get out there, play some 3-on-3.
I wonder what that's about. You guys, if you guys know how they choose 3-on-3 and whether or not there's a reason why the choices are what they are, let us know. Hit us up.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, outside of that, I did want to highlight that Nigeria, we Team USA all day, but Nigeria got their first win in the Olympics since, was it 2000?
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, 2004, which is when I graduated high school. Shout out to Nigeria. I just wanted to give them some kudos.
Did you watch the game?
I didn't have a chance to watch the full game. I watched highlights from the game.
Yeah, the highlights, just seeing them, their spirit. You could see their spirit through the photos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Some stuff you could just kind of feel.
Amazing.
But yes. Excited for that. It's Team USA all day, but my 23andMe say I got a whole lot of Nigerian in me. So go off. Go off, sis. Do your thing. All right. So Paris.
Patty.
People look like they're having so much fun too. I believe the next Olympic Games are in Los Angeles, and
yes,
God willing, I am gonna be amongst the things. Cause I really be at home trying to watch all the sports. Not I'm up at 1 a.m. watching goddamn Olympic boxing or something. What is going on?
Yes.
So
I'm actually waking up at 3 a.m. to watch Shaqiri. So we're recording this, but I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. to watch Shaqiri run. So
yeah,
she got us up. But I need LA opening ceremony. I need Kendrick Lamar on there like they not like us. I need him on that opening ceremony. You know, I need Snoop Dogg doing the Crip Walk on the open ceremony since he was in Paris. LA, bring it in, bring it in.
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. But Paris seems to be the place to be, as it was announced that the season opener for NCAA will be USC against Ole Miss in Paris.
Yes,
Again, for the
yes,
second time in Paris. Everybody trying to be like
yes.
Don.
Ooh, did you say that?
I did. Is that not common knowledge? Everybody trying to be like Don, as they should. Get like Don.
I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah,
Everybody
no,
wanna
no. It's
be
a good
like
place to be.
Don.
But yeah, so second year, Perry is the place. Why is it Paris?
I don't know, you know, but I do know, that last year when Don was there, it was sold out. It was sold out. That USC Notre Dame game was sold out. People was tweeting Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. It was sold out, and people were showing out all over social media. That game turned all eyes on NCAA women's basketball. Like that game was a great game to show out internationally for women's basketball. So it's a great marketing scheme to travel internationally and play a game and sell out. I don't know what NCAA is doing, but it's working. It's bringing more fans to the NCAA, which is bringing more fans to the W.
Yeah.
So shout out to Don for starting this trend. Now USC and Ole Miss is taking it on. So shout out to them. I know they're going to put on a good game. Juju in the limelight. So I can't wait. It's gonna be another fantastic game, international, exposing our American NCAA league to international people. Show me the money.
Yeah, no, I was excited to see it again. It was super lit. But I would love to see us, get to some other places too. So, I mean, Patty is great. It's amazing. But yeah, I want to see us. I want to see us go up everywhere. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think right now with Paris Olympics and stuff, like they've had to build great venues, right? So they have amazing venues. They want to use those venues as much as they can before, the Olympics die down and these buildings go abandoned and, they have no use for them. So using them up while they can. So I think, Paris has the momentum right now. So
Yeah.
they're using it right now. So yeah. So I can't wait. I'm sure the players are excited. I mean, these American players, they went from like rags to riches, from playing in their mama's backyard to going to USC and then going to Paris. Like think about the freshmen that are playing,
Yeah.
that are about to come, and then Ole Miss, shout out to Coach Yo, black coach, doing her thing, bringing Ole Miss from rags to riches for sure. And now she's going to be, in the limelight. So I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's exciting.
Speaking of venues, and speaking of Don Staley, Don Staley, we got South Carolina versus TCU.
Woo, woo, woo.
How we feeling?
A little side note, I actually was on the night for All-Star Weekend. I was at a restaurant and saw Sedona Prince, who is the All-Star at TCU, if y'all don't know. Sedona Prince used to play for Oregon, and before that she played for UT, so she is definitely a Power 5 player. Shout out to Sedona Prince. And then I was on the plane with Sedona Prince coming back to Dallas and saw her in the airport. So I would say we had some conversations, and she is hyped about Haley Van Lift coming to TCU. She's hyped about her coach and the recruiting process and the recruits they're getting. She's in the gym working, and she's like, she told me, these are her words, we coming. We coming. I know TCU struggled last year.
Yeah.
They barely could get a squad. Sedona Prince was hurt, all these things. She said they coming. So we gonna see. And so they got, they said they coming. So, I mean, I would say the coach booked Don Staley for a reason. He booked Don Staley for a reason. He want to see his team compete against the best. And when you play the best, you got to get a big arena. So they're going to be playing at Dickies Arena, which is a huge arena in Fort Worth. They're not even going to be playing at TCU home field because, like the Caitlin Clark effect, there is the Don effect where
The Don effect.
The Don effect. If you don't have
That's
a big
a
enough
thing.
arena as a university, you need to go to a big enough arena with minimum 15,000 plus people when Don come into town. So I can't wait. I'm gonna be there front and center. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have my Don shirt, my new Don shirt on, because I'm a Don fan. But I want to see TCU compete.
Well,
What about you?
speaking of which, I'm excited about the South Carolina UConn game, which has been scheduled for February 16th at Colonial Life Arena. So I'm
Okay.
excited to see these two teams face off. It's a age-old rivalry.
They
And
haven't
you-
played. They haven't played in 3 years, right? It's
Yeah.
been 3 years since UConn played South Carolina.
Since they played each other. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Any early predictions?
I mean, these are the two GOATs of coaching right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they're the only GOATs, but I mean, they're both top 5, best coaches right now. But I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna go with the Dogs. And y'all know what I mean when I say dogs. So you know I'm right. The Dogs are who the Dogs, Mick? I'm gonna prove my point. Who the Dogs?
South
Who the-
Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
They the Dogs. I mean, USC. Excuse me. UConn.
Yeah.
They're talented. They're talented. But them Dogs, they gonna prevail.
And Don over there breeding them.
Breeding them. So I'm going with South Carolina. Respect Gino. I do see them in the Final Four.
I was gonna say that's part of the reason I brought it up, because in our last episode you was like, "Oh, Gino on his way. Gino coming."
Gino coming, but I do see them in the Final Four. But the athleticism of what South Carolina brings, and they're bringing back 4 of their starters. Let's just sit on that. The only person that went to the draft that graduated is who? Camila Cardoso.
Yeah.
You bringing back 4 starters? Plus,
I mean,
5.
we already know it doesn't matter for Dawn whether she has them coming back or not. Even if
Right.
she didn't have 4 starters, she will build them from scratch as she did. Like,
Right.
insane.
Right. So, I think, athleticism wise, I think UConn can compete with South Carolina athletically, which will take over the game. I don't feel like, of course, Paige is, great point guard, probably arguably one of the best point guards in NCAA coming up this year. South Carolina's going to have some trouble with her as well. But, the post game, they lost with Edwards. They lost some good posts this year, a good great post this year. So I'm looking to see what their post presence is gonna be like. But yeah, going with South Carolina right now.
I'm going with South Carolina too, but it should be an exciting game
Mm-hmm.
to see. By the way, Colonial Life Center is just home to the Gamecocks, so no
Gotcha.
professional teams. It's just where they play. But yeah, like I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a game to pay attention to, for sure. All right, so yeah, you saw Sedona Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Did she tell you about the lawsuit?
You know she didn't. You know she didn't. You know she didn't. Girl, we was talking about thrifting. She loved to thrift, by the way. She loves thrifting, but she was definitely a humble person. I felt like Sedona she just wants what's right. She literally will, cause she was the one during COVID, taking pictures of what the men's locker room looked like, during their bubbles versus, the women's locker rooms and the food, or, the inequalities
Yeah.
of men's sports versus women's sports. So I respect her that she's not afraid to stand up and say what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's talk about the lawsuit and how much the lawsuit is paving the way for these future NCAA women players. Shout out to Sedona Prince. I don't know if y'all know about this lawsuit, but it is crazy. What do you know about the lawsuit before I get into it?
It's going to allow players to be back paid for the use of their likeness, the use of like basically their all the money that the NCAA has been making off them, which players can now get paid for that now. But this lawsuit will allow back payment to former players who were not able to get paid for it.
Can we just give two snaps to that? I mean,
Yeah, for
did
sure.
y'all just hear what she said? Like, these players are about to they settled in court and they're about to get back pay. That is amazing. And it's not millions, it's billions.
Yeah, billions.
Billions in back pay from the NCAA and future revenue shares. You know what I mean? So this is just and this is for Power 5 schools. If not playing at a Power 5 school, okay, this is a start.
If you over at Maple Tree University, you probably not gonna get no money. It's not for you, friend. Like,
stop it.
You over there at Blue Line Hills Learning Institute. It's not for you, love.
Woo, okay, we're back.
Cause them the main ones are gonna be like, where my check at? Like, no.
Oh man.
Not come.
Maple Hills. Maple Hills University. You're not getting a check. But this is just, you know what? Take a moment. Sedona Prince, we thank you for every basketball player that have paved the way, for every woman that has been underpaid, for every inequality in sports. Thank you for standing up to the NCAA, who can be a scary thing. You know what I mean? Thank you for being brave enough to do this. And we just thank you. Future players, thank you. So shout out to Sedona Prince. You are on my radar, as I'm going to be one of your fans this year, cheering you on at TCU because of what you stand for, and you're paving the way for the game and the future of the game. And that's what this podcast is about. That's what, we are paving the way for, and that's what we want, just inequality with women's sports, women's basketball specifically, and you are doing that, and this lawsuit does that. So if I was y'all, like, Google this lawsuit, do your research on because it's more than just the revenue sharing and the back pay. It's also about rosters and a whole bunch of stuff. Google it. and do your research on what, the privileges of what women's basketball in the NCAA Power Five, not Maple Tree, Power Five, the privileges that,
Not you, girl.
the privileges that they're going to get in the NCAA in the future. And it's
Yeah.
not starting 5 years from now. It's starting in 2026. So, future is here. Love it.
No, it is amazing. And even hoping with the new WNBA media deal that just came out, where they are going to be getting in the billions. I want to make sure I get it right. So I'm gonna look at it. So the deal is worth $2.2 billion, and it stretches over 11 years. So it's a total of $200 million, and it's a media deal. I believe it's ESPN, NBC, Amazon. Yeah, and then they already have deals with CBS and Scripps. So what this means is that we're going to see a lot more televised games. We're going to see a lot more of the W on TV. And it's a pretty significant increase. But and it's up for negotiation every 3 years. So that's an important thing I wanted to point out as well. So it's an 11-year deal. So like I said, it comes out to about $200 million a year. But every 3 years, people have to get in the room and sit down and say, like, we can renegotiate this. And that's important because this is how some, taking it away from basketball for just a second, this is how some music artists get in bad situations because they have these contracts that last so long and there's no opportunity built inside of it to sit down and renegotiate. So as they become worth more, they don't become worth more because their contract is what it is. So that 3-year renegotiation is super cool. But what are your thoughts on that? What did you think when you heard that?
I'm going to be negative Nancy. I'm sorry. I'm going to be negative Nancy.
Okay.
We are worth way more.
Well, of course. Yeah.
We are going to be worth way more next season than $200 million a year. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm glad that we got something. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that. I'm glad that they put in the 3-year renegotiation. But within that 3 years, right, like next year and the year after that, like, you're going to have Paige B. You're going to have Caitlin Clark. You're going to have Camila Cardoso getting into her groove in the W. You're going to have Angel Reese as a sophomore. You're going to have Aaliyah Boston kind of as a veteran. You're going to have Asia Wilson, back in her prime. Like, I think these next 3 years, like, we're going to be way more than 200 million. So I'm looking forward to that in 3 years, that negotiation, that 200 million, no ands, ifs, or buts, needs to go up.
Yeah, absolutely. If it doesn't go up, then there's some weird stuff happening.
But it's a start. It's a start. I appreciate it, but it's not enough.
Yeah. No, it's not. And I think that in 3 years they'll sit at the table and they'll, negotiate that even further because to your point, it will be worth, in 3 years, the WNBA will be worth 3 times this. But, it's still a win. It's a win we needed at this moment. And I think that lots of things can drive change. And so just because that's what we see right now, like there could be more things coming along with that. Things change all the time. So, when I think about it, I think about like other ways that money might be coming in. from ways we haven't even thought about yet. And obviously, like, we don't have the complete details of the media deal, but there are lots of forms of media. So,
Well, I just hope I'm not gonna have to, you know, be on my phone streaming the game from my TV on League Pass. Trying to be a fan.
listen,
It's gonna make the fans. It's gonna make it so much easier for us fans. Lord, thank you.
it is
So
going
I
to
am
make it so
grateful.
much easier for the fans.
Because guess what? First game this year, we did not see Angel Reese's first WNBA game. It was not nationally
Yeah.
televised. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So all those things, we're gonna see these nationally televised games. So I just can't wait to, be able to, with my cable, be able to turn to a channel and see a WNBA game without having to look through the app. Okay, what game is on?
Figure
Okay.
out where it is. You gotta start watching WNBA games 20 minutes before the game start, because you gotta figure out where it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
insane. It's crazy with
Right.
all the star power, with all the fans, with all
Right.
the talk about it.
Right.
The fans who want to sit down and watch the games have to go on a goddamn scavenger hunt to find it. And that is insane. It should not be
Right.
that, for
Right.
sure.
Right.
So for that, I'm grateful, but I see your point, like, because we will be worth more. But thankfully, they were very smart and put an option to renegotiate.
Yes.
In 3 years, and hopefully they're able to do that successfully.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, so let's talk about the number one. She is the number one. Again, she is the number one ESPN girls basketball 5-star recruit for graduating 2025. Excuse me, Aaliyah Chavez. She posted online. She has narrowed down her her schools to 6. Let's talk about this. She has selected UCLA, South Carolina, University of Texas, LSU, Oklahoma, and her hometown, Lubbock, Texas, Texas Tech. 6
Ooh,
schools.
the hometown.
The number one ESPN recruit, y'all. This is the biggest number one pick, in my opinion, of all times. She is bigger than Caitlin Clark, y'all. I said it. Sue me. I don't care. Sue me. Okay, Caitlin Clark wasn't getting 57 points in high school in her junior season. This girl hasn't even had her senior season yet, and she's already got like 4,000 points. Oh, let me not go there, okay? Because I'm getting mad just talking about it to myself. Okay, she's better than Caitlin Clark was at the age of 17. The girl is not even 18 years old yet.
So I got some stats up for her. She
Okay.
averages 37, so basically 38 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals.
Time out. Did you say average? Not her most points per game.
No, her average. That's her average.
Average people.
She's
Average.
a point
Keep
guard.
going, Mick. I just had to.
No.
Average
Those are
people.
the stats I have. But
Average.
yeah, I just wanted to put that in context for our viewers, how good she is.
So, the reason we need to talk about this is the biggest recruit for women's basketball ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it out there. First said it ever. Ever. Big. She is on some Cheryl Miller 100-point status type of deal. She is the biggest recruit of all time. So these 6 schools, whoever gets Aaliyah Chavez, I'm saying it. you are going to be in the Final Four all 4 years of her career.
Wow.
Period.
You think she's going to play 4 years?
She has to. It's a rule. Women have to play 4 years. Men don't. It's a rule. You have to play 4 years in a college in order to be drafted to the WNBA. It sucks.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was. I thought it was 3 years.
No, it's 4.
But that's
which
my
is
fault.
why.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
like that. You have to do 4 years. But again, she is the next. Like Diana Taurasi won all 4 years at UConn. I see Aaliyah Chavez. Wherever Aaliyah Chavez go, it's gonna be the next winning program. So you know how important Aaliyah Chavez is. Let me tell you how important Aaliyah Chavez is, and I'm gonna shut up and Mick, you can go after this.
No, you good. Go for it.
Dawn Staley was in Paris. She flew back to the States to watch Aaliyah Chavez play in the Nike EYBL championship, and then flew back to Paris for the Olympics for one player. That's how important Aaliyah Chavez is. You can go, Mick. I'm done.
So my question is, let's look at it from this perspective. Which coach do you think should be fighting the hardest for her?
Ooh, great question. I mean, all of them should be fighting the hardest. But
I mean, all of them should fight hard, because if nothing else, you don't want her on somebody else's team. You don't want to have to play against her. But
right.
Which coach do you think should be going the hardest to grab her?
Honestly, okay, let's be honest. South Carolina, they already have a point guard in Raven. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's already established. LSU don't have a point guard. Haley Van Lith left to TCU. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well, they had that backup point guard, the Asian chick. Can't remember her name right now, but I'm going to shout you out. Sorry, I apologize. But an all-star point guard. LSU don't have a point guard. Oklahoma don't have a point guard, right? Texas Tech struggling tremendously. Don't have a point guard. Didn't make the tournament this year. UCLA, they have a point guard, right? Who was her top 6? Who else? Texas Tech. I said Oklahoma. I said USC. I said LSU. Who did I not say? Oh, Texas.
You talked about South Carolina, yeah.
Texas already has a point guard in Rory Harmon. Okay? So, who should be recruiting her hard is, hey, I need her to be the hometown queen. I need her to be the Johnny Manziel of Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Who should be recruiting her hard and giving her everything that mommy, daddy, grandpa, grandma, auntie, uncle request. In Lubbock, Texas, is Texas Tech. Keeping her home. Making her the hometown hero. Okay?
Yeah.
Keeping her in the city and giving her a key to the city. Doing whatever you can, because these dogs like Dawn Staley, like the UTs, like UCLAs that got that money in this SEC, you need to keep her in the Big 12. All these Big 12, you need to keep her in the Big 12. Texas Tech, you should be recruiting her the hardest, and you should be rolling out every stop. You should go bankrupt recruiting this girl. She's gonna give you the Johnny Manziel. What Johnny Manziel did for Texas A&M, she will do for Texas Tech. Roll out all the stops. Period.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I was thinking I got two. She's either gonna land one of two places. It's either I don't think she'll go to South Carolina, because they don't really need her. I don't think she'll go there.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
I mean, she could come in and take Raven's spot. Dawn don't play favorites.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying if she wasn't there, she wouldn't shine. I'm just saying she could absolutely come in and take Raven's spot. but I think that it's more appealing for her to go to LSU. Like there's a clear path right there, and there are good people around her to like just help her, be even more great than she already is. So to me, either LSU or the hometown hero. And I think it's going to come down to like, what does she want to do? Because there's a ton of opportunity in that hometown hero shit, right? Like, that's a good sign, But is that really what you want to do? Like, is that really what you want to bear? Is that what you want to carry? And I don't think everybody does. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people do, actually.
Well, Kim Mulkey's been at every game. She went to a high school playoff game, okay, to watch this girl play. Kim Mulkey has been flying. Kim Mulkey know what Aaliyah Chavez is gonna do for her career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah Chavez can drop the mic on Kim Mulkey's career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kim Mulkey can retire after Aaliyah Chavez is done.
And would. I fully believe she would. Yeah.
But would she fit in with the flash of LSU? I just don't know. Aaliyah Chavez
balance.
Is a girl from Lubbock,
I think she'll
Texas.
add balance.
Haley Van Lift didn't fit in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just got to have Flange fit in. Angel Reese fit in. They got that. I don't even have a word for it. But you have to have a certain personality to fit in the Baton Rouge. You know what I mean? But that hometown hero being able to break Cheryl Swoop's records at Texas Tech, being up there in the same category as Cheryl Swoops, I think that's going to mean something to Aaliyah Chavez, and being able to have her family come see her every game, because I believe like her dad is her trainer. So she's very much family oriented, and I feel that vibe from her. If I believe she's only going to go somewhere else if Texas Tech doesn't roll off all the stops.
Do you think she can win a championship with Texas Tech?
I do. You know why? I'm not saying the first year. I'm not saying the second year. I'm not saying the third year. But I believe out of those 4 years, she's going to win a championship because, like you build it, they will come, right? Like Asia was the start of Dawn Staley's, run, and she built around Asia, and everybody, right, glued onto that because she had Asia. Once you get one star, other stars will come. You know what I mean? And I truly believe that people are going to want to play with Aaliyah Chavez, right? So I do believe that Aaliyah Chavez will get a championship no matter where she goes. It's a matter of if she goes to South Carolina, she could get it all 4 years. If she goes to Lubbock,
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I think she'll get one, maybe two with it's Texas Tech, right?
Texas Tech, yep.
She'll get one, maybe two with them. And I think you're absolutely right. It is not going to come in the first year or the second year. It'll come in years 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I settle for that if I'm her when I can go. I think if she goes to LSU, I think Dawn Staley has a hard time. Like, I almost feel like Dawn Staley just want her so LSU won't grab her, kind of thing. But and I think that she has a very good. She can get 3 or even 4 with LSU.
I say go where the opportunity is. Aaliyah Chavez, if you listening, I mean.
But what's the opportunity? Is the championship the opportunity, or is being the hometown hero the opportunity?
No, this opportunity.
Okay, so the money is the opportunity.
Because, I mean, there are ACL injuries. Anything can happen in the next 4 years. You have to be in college for the next 4 years. So, honestly, like, little side note, the softball, there's a softball pitcher who was at Stanford who transferred to Texas Tech, all for a money deal because she knows that there's no professional softball league. And so she got paid like $1.1 million to transfer to Texas Tech, because there's no softball league. I would say, Aaliyah, be selfish. It's about your opportunity. It's about feeding your family. It's about, like there's no guarantee, for the W. We want you to go to the W, but get all you can out of the NCAA. And whoever is rolling out all the stops is, I think, where you should go. And because let's be honest, you talk about, it needs to be a good fit. It's going to be a good fit wherever you go because whatever coach recruits you, going to build around you. Period. My opinion. Shoot me.
Nah, I think you're right. It's a matter of how soon will it be a good fit? How soon will you get,
amen,
where you trying to go? And are you willing to take that ride? So we'll see. We'll see. My prediction, I'm saying it on record, my prediction is that she lands at LSU. But we'll see.
I can't be mad at that. I'm going to do a different prediction. I'm going to go hometown girl, Texas Tech, beating Cheryl Swoop's records and staying home and being family oriented. So we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll see what's up. I think that's all we got for our show today.
Okay.
I mean, we hit a lot of we talked about a lot of stuff today.
We did.
So.
We talked about a lot of stuff, and it's crazy because there's a lot going on with the WNBA not being in season right now, like with their little break. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the W to come back. I'm excited for NCAA to, start up and gear up. So it's going to be some excitement come end of August, 1st of September.
Yeah, same here. I'm excited for all those things, and I'm excited to keep bringing content to you guys, the viewers. Do us a favor and like, subscribe, comment, leave us 5 stars on our show because it really helps people find us. If you want to help us, that's how you can help us. Leave us a review, a 5-star review, and let people know you really like the show. Tell somebody to tell somebody. And we will see y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.